Hello. So, I'm currently playing a game which is a modification for the video game Mind Test, which is basically a open sourced Minecraft clone. And so this modification basically removes pretty much all of the content that you would expect from a Minecraft clone and replaces it with pretty much just this, where you have the world generation, but it's just made up of these gray blocks for the river, these gray blocks for just any terrain and whatnot. This is some crazy terrain generation over here. I've generated some worlds, but they've never looked like this. That's still loading in. But this is the whole game. This is pretty interesting right here. Originally I was planning on just starting by mining some blocks to maybe build something. Oh yeah, you can mine these too. I don't think there's an inventory. But basically the point of this, it's not actually supposed to be played. Really, because so Mind Test is sort of a platform for making other games. It's more of a game engine than it is a Minecraft clone. So it's something that you can play. You can play regular Mind Test, and there's a lot more going on than this. But then the idea is that it's whoa, this is weird. Okay, whoa. This is actually... Okay. That's interesting. It looks like, if I didn't know this was just a video, I don't know. If I didn't know what this was, I would be like, wow, that's like a mine shaft where somebody was just digging, I don't know. Anyway, this mod for Mind Test isn't really supposed to be played. It's sort of a platform for making your own mods. So it just provides this very basic sort of world to sort of build your mods out in, so you just have sort of a test world. And I think you can do the same thing with just sort of the default Mind Test. But this is just, profoundly empty and basic. I think there is fall damage, because I played this a little bit and I did take fall damage. I'm pretty sure it regenerates, but the health. But I don't know. I can't remember. And usually the sky isn't this color. It's usually sort of a more typical bright sky blue, but I thought a darker color would be nicer for this video, since it's an ASMR video. I don't know. I don't know if it's too ominous. I think it's a nice color for sure, but this blue is very bright though. It's water. Originally, I was planning on probably just mining a lot and that stuff, and maybe building something. But this is actually, I don't know, this is maybe the most interesting world that I've seen here so far. Yeah, I don't know. Everything else, I mean, this is abnormal for regular Minecraft generation, for sure. I guess, I mean, it's definitely a weird sort of world. And then there's caves and stuff, it looks like. I haven't found any caves before playing on this world, but to be fair, I've only played this for maybe about 10 minutes just to check it out. There's no sounds, which is like, I don't know, like the block breaking sounds in Minecraft and the item picking up sounds are good. And I mean, in order to change the sky color, I had to figure out how to do like basic modding stuff, and I ended up basically just copying a bunch of code from another Minetest game and just sort of modifying it until it did what I wanted it to do, which was this. But I think if I were to add like another thing to this, because I might do multiple videos like this in the same world, because I kind of want to. I mean, the block palette is limited. It's just these two things, but I did want to like build some stuff. The sun is getting close to setting. Probably out here on this ocean. And I don't know, I love how you can just walk across the ocean. I mean, there's no boats or anything, so otherwise there'd be no way of getting around. But, well, I don't know. not that there's really anything out here worth getting to, but it's like, whoa, there's another one of these things. I'm gonna see if I can. Doesn't look like I can change the brightness in the settings, so it's just like, but it just looks like it's a little room, basically. Huh. Yeah, that's as far as it goes. So I wonder if that other thing led down to a place like this. It is sort of weird. I guess that's just part of the terrain generation. Like maybe it's a test structure or something. Yeah, I definitely don't believe in Herobrine or anything like that. So, but it is I don't know, it is sort of creepy like that. It does look like the sun is, yeah, it's setting. I guess I'm gonna start getting some resources and building stuff. But I definitely remember being like 12 or 13, and Minecraft was a game that I played a ton back then. As you can tell by the fact that I'm playing like a bizarre, I don't know, maybe you can't tell, but playing this bizarre block game. But I don't know. But then I remember like I was over at a friend's house and we were just playing Minecraft on their laptop. Blocks stacked to 99. And we would just like go around. We were specifically hunting for Herobrine, and we'd look at like sheep and see their sheep eyes, and it'd be like, oh, I thought the sheep eyes were Herobrine eyes for a second. I don't know. There's definitely I had that, you know, I believed in, you know, the video game Supernatural, because I definitely was like, I don't know, I was afraid of Herobrine. Which is really funny, being afraid of like a video game spirit. I don't know. But I don't know, now if I believe in anything supernatural, I don't believe that it's, you know, has anything to do with I don't think it manifests in video games. I don't know. I could just kind of level this hill. There's no inventory, so it looks like I can get a maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 blocks. 792 to be exact. So if I'm gonna build like anything huge, well, first of all, like there's no ladders. So if I want to like, you know, I might have to scaffold stuff out. I don't know, this is much chiller at night. There's no torches though, so I can't illuminate anything I build. So maybe that's one thing I would consider adding. I don't know, I am interested in maybe like adding some more stuff to this as I continue playing it, because I'm hoping to record for 30 minutes or something, and then just doing whatever, and then starting and then doing another video later. I like the idea of just this, like, I don't know. Well, originally my idea for this, before I decided to do it as like an ASMR thing, is I thought it would be funny to, and there's no reason why, you know, I mean, this is like overlap. There's no reason it can't be both, but I thought it'd be funny to play this game and do like, you know, like a 100 episode plus let's play of it, and just keep playing it for just an outrageously long time. And it's already, I mean, so far it's already proven to be more interesting than I thought it would be. I mean, you know, it's a block game, so you can build even if there's 2 blocks. So I was planning on just building a bunch of stuff. But in general, the idea was sort of just going to be like an exploration of rambling. Just and that's, you know, still what it's going to be. I still want to, I don't know, my goal is to just to play this and talk about whatever, like Herobrine or whatever. Sorry if Herobrine creeps you out, and sorry if these weird rooms creep you out. But to be honest, I'm not gonna re-record this. That's just gonna be in the video. It's just part of the game. Evidently. It looks like there's another one over there. I'm gonna check that out. I should probably start getting some blue blocks too before my inventory fills up with these other ones, because I want some variety. Oh, there's another one in the sky. Oh wait, never mind. That's a cloud. I saw that star right there, and I was like, that's an entrance. But no. Yeah, it does just look like this is just sort of a dungeon-y thing. Or that's like just a structure that's built into the generation of the game. And I don't know, because technically I think this mod only consists of 90. Wait, I'm gonna sidetrack. So it looks like this generation, I mean, it spawned under or halfway in the water. So it looks like you have this little 4x5, and kind of landing outside, and then it goes into there, and then you get the little room. Which is, that was creepy without, like, I don't know, seeing it multiple times just to, because before playing this, I didn't, the 15 minutes that I played, I didn't see any of that. But anyway, so technically, this mod for Mind Test is only like 60 lines of code. And that's like the, that doesn't, comprise, basically, I mean, obviously it's like a game engine too. So Mind Test is a game engine. So it's building it upon the Mind Test thing, but it's also just like using the Mind Test generation. So I imagine, that fog effect is kind of cool, like this mountain, coming into view. But so I can't imagine that they added like any generation features like that in Void. I mean, this game is just called Void, I think, technically, but so that must just be a mind testing, and I wonder if that's like a default like generation feature, maybe in mind test as like a test, and maybe if you were to play mind test, it's like disabled by default. But maybe it's enabled in here, or maybe if we were playing regular mind test, it would just be like made up of regular blocks or something. Meh. Sun is rising. I do like the light effects in this. It's nice. It's the sun. But there's a mountain there. These mountains are cool though. I mean the fog is so good. Like, that's awesome. I think I'm gonna start like a little quarry here to get some of these blue blocks. I think the blocks have names in the code, but there's no way to actually view the name of the blocks. I have no clue what I'm gonna build. Like, I'm not like that great of a builder when it comes to Minecraft. And I don't know, I guess I played a lot of it, so there's no reason why it couldn't be. Let's see, I don't even know how I want to do this, because I kind of have an image in my head of like, what am I doing? I can leave this here. I have an image in my head of like a deep cavern with like, stairs spiraling out like that. But I don't know how to actually, like, how this will work out if I just go like, I could do multiple layers. So I could start by building or by mining out like maybe like a 10 by 10 area or something like that, or like an 8 by 8 area, and then that'll be like one layer, and I'll like mine down a bit, and then I'll build like a staircase ring out of it around the outside. But then the other thing is that maybe I'll want to build, I kind of like I don't know, I like this mountain right here. So I might build it, maybe this will be the blue block quarry, and then let's see, 5 by 5. Start doing this. We're gonna dig down. Maybe this would be more like, I guess, impress if it was larger. Like, if the individual, like, thing, if the cross sectional area was bigger. Than the staircase, because I feel like at the moment, if I do this, I'm gonna have to dig down like a lot for this staircase to even like be anything. I don't know. I need something very grand, but like I'm already at almost 100 blocks of this stuff. You know, it's like, am I gonna try to fill up my inventory, or I don't know. Like once I fill up my inventory, there's no point in mining any more of this. And so, after that, I guess I'm gonna build something. Anyways, yeah, I love the idea of just having this. I don't know, yeah, playing this for like 50 or 60 hours or more, which is, you know, not like a ton to play any individual video game. So maybe even more than that, and then just like having all these like structures that I build out, but they're all just made of like these gray and blue blocks. I think, I don't know, I think as like an ASMR series that this would make sense. Not that it's like, you know, what am I saying? Not that they're like mutually exclusive, and in fact I think they're great over, like, because, you know, I don't know, an execution of an idea can just be, you know, when we're talking about like video content here, an execution of an idea can just be relaxing. You know, like Bob Ross is very relevant to like ASMR in general. And I mean, you know, the show cultivates a calm vibe. And it was before, you know, ASMR was like sort of a cultural phenomenon. I mean, arguably ASMR is at its, you know, most highest cultural relevance right now. But, you know, calm content has, you know, I'm not going to say always existed, but, you know, it's been a thing before we started calling it, before people started calling it ASMR. And so, although I'm probably going to call this ASMR, it is just going to be a calm let's play of a weird game. More so a weird game to be let's playing. Because, you know, this is, you know, actually used by people, but not as a, you know, video game, just as like a way to start a modding project. I wonder, I mean, I've technically modded it with the by changing the sky color, but I wonder if anybody has played this for like more than 10 hours without like being actively working on like their own modding project, or if that's never happened before. Because it is kind of ridiculous. And so I have all these blocks. I like the idea of either building blue on gray or gray on blue, just for some extra contrast. And then within the building itself, I can use either gray. Originally, I was looking at this mountain and I was like, this is dumb. This mountain looks dumb. But that's... Maybe I was dumb for looking at the mountain and thinking it was dumb. So I think maybe I could build... Oh, man. I have no way to light anything. Okay, at some point, and maybe this is... I don't know. I was going to say maybe it's against the spirit of what I've already decided to do. But I'm deciding to do whatever I want, and I think maybe it would be fun, or not maybe it would be fun, but it might just make it better to have a lighting. So I don't know, maybe I'll add crafting into this, which is like, I think probably pretty easy to do, and then maybe I'll add a recipe that's just like one blue block and one gray block equals like a yellow glowy block or something. Because I was thinking, staircase, and this is not going to be pretty. It's going to be ugly, but that's fine. I don't know. Maybe it'll be cubist. I was thinking like a staircase up into over there, and then I can kind of like carve out a little like room, but then the room is just going to be pitch dark. And I guess I could also maybe just add like luminosity or whatever, or not, I don't know, gamma, so everything is bright. But I don't know, there's multiple ways to do this. I go like maybe like 4 out, and then yeah, I think that'll be good. If I like fall and die, I'll have no way of knowing how to get back here. There is shift. I'm gonna see if health. Okay, well, I didn't take any fall damage. Whatever. I'm not even gonna try it. Oh, what am I doing? So I was thinking like we do some increasing of heights, and then and one thing I could do, I could also dig into the mountain a little bit. So I was thinking about doing like these like posts, but then if how does this look? That looks fine. If I make them like 1 in, I think I might just kind of stick to a very, like, it's kind of gonna be hard to like do anything representational. So I feel like if I do like blocky and geometric stuff, it could be cool. But then the world might have a cold kind of vibe. Maybe my goal should be to, despite the kind of, I could, okay, despite the kind of, just solid gray and blueness of everything, try and create something cool. I could maybe try and, rather than doing it this way, I could keep it increasing 1 block in height every way over here, but then bring these out a little bit further from the wall, and then actually dig into the wall a little bit before changing directions. I have infinite time here and infinite space. So I think I am just going to mess around. This will just be the first building in a series of many buildings. Because now I feel like if we do this, and maybe I'll do it every 3, we build the pillar. Oh, the pillar could be gray. Oh, yeah. That's not bad. I guess the staircase could be gray too, but no, I want it to be blue. For some reason this looks weird to me, but I'm not sure why I don't like it. I don't know, it's just like this. I kind of like that. Then I'm gonna dig into here just a little bit before maybe building like a 4x4 sort of platform. And then changing direction a little bit. I guess I could do like a hard right. Or I could kind of do what I was doing earlier and let it sort of follow the contour of the mountain. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of have to experiment because I've never really, I don't know, all of my houses in Minecraft have been very functional. Occasionally I would, let's do 4 tall. Occasionally I would copy somebody else's building for my house. But I never really got good at, building or decorating in Minecraft. I never got too much farther into the game than like, despite playing a lot, than, beating the Ender Dragon and maybe looting some end cities. That's just, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to do in Minecraft. I would build some machines in a world, but, I definitely, there's definitely a lot more, there's definitely, I'm not like a Minecraft power player or anything. If I were to guess, I would say I probably have, well, I don't know. I was gonna guess my hour count in Minecraft, but to be honest, I don't really have a clue. Nor do I really think it's important. I suppose what I'm saying is I played Minecraft a lot, but, oh, there's a train. It's currently 2 a.m. on a Monday morning, and there's a train. Wasn't expecting that. Let's see, I'm gonna, I feel like if I kind of, if I don't follow the contour of the mountain, this will get sort of ugly. So maybe, like, I kind of like this. I shouldn't get too hung up on anything, but if I build like that little thing, then when I change the direction, I could start to follow the contour of the mountain. And maybe with this sort of like thing set up, the pattern will be like a little bit more, like this will kind of prime your imagination. I guess prime my imagination, but prime an onlooker's imagination for like kind of imagining how this structure works. And then when it sort of gets like blocky and wavy, you know, sort of you can imagine how it's supposed to look, because Minecraft and block games are, you know, the things that they're made up, that an individual building is made up of, is much lower resolution than a real life building. Also, okay, so I can do that. Okay, this is called map gen stone. So we now know the name of that. Oh God, what was I talking about? Wow. Oh yeah. It's not as detailed as the real world. I'm not sure if you've noticed that. You may have, if you have spent any amount of time in both Minecraft and the real world. The real world is much higher resolution. See how this looks. Again, this is the first building of perhaps many, so I shouldn't get too caught up. Okay, yeah, this is gonna get weird. I think I might do like another little platform thing right here, and then have it extend. Or yeah, then have it start doing what it was doing. Sun is rising. Minecraft and the real world, very different. But I don't know. They feel connected in the way that video games feel connected to real life, in the way that they're imitations of real life. I mean, Minecraft, all things considered, pretty solid imitation of real life. See, I think I'm gonna mine all this. I don't know, just in that, you know, even though it simulates it at a very basic level, you can grow like wheat. And then you can do agriculture and stuff. And then you can, oh wait, this is giving me more problems, I think. Do like that. Then I think we can start going like this. And I'm trusting the process here. You can do agriculture in Minecraft. You get water and fertile soil, and then yeah, I think like when it starts to dig into the mountain, that's a good place to pivot. And then like likewise, it's gonna deviate to like, if I built it this way, it'd be like, you know, get to a point where like you get two areas where you're just kind of doing like, I don't know, you'd start to get like, you would build out like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, and it just look really weird. And then you can harvest those crops and feed them to like cows, and then you can get milk and beef and leather. And you can even do it at an industrial level to produce the resources that you need for your society. I think this is looking, it's kind of how I've been imagining it. I was thinking of maybe doing some straighter sections, but I wanted to build out to sort of a flat part of the mountain, and then maybe that's where the home goes, is in there. And this, yeah, I like the way that this looks. I gotta start building that stuff. And this recording is also already going much longer than I expected it to. I kind of imagined that I would start recording this and not really know what to do or say, oh, okay, yeah, this is cool. I think when I get to there, maybe I'll have to do like a weird change up with the thing, because I want to put scaffolding on that corner. This has been fun so far. Quickly realizing how often I lose track of any given topic and then start talking about something else, but maybe as a viewer you don't care. I don't know, but my goal with this is partly to like I want to get better at rambling specifically, because I think rambling is an art form that I admire very much, and especially for I want to record more, or I want to make ASMR videos. And well, obviously I'm doing that right now, but I admire people who ramble, and I want to be able to ramble too. So here I am, and straight up to be able to ramble for like an hour straight continuously is a goal of mine, and I think that'll sort of be something I draw upon when I continue to make these types of videos. It's something that I want to be able to draw upon. I don't know, right now I'm just sort of talking about Minecraft and what's happening in this, but I don't know. So I mean, what the idea behind the idea of playing this game more than anyone intended for it to be played is to force myself to have to come up with things to say. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. See, if I build this out another 2, it'll get kind of like weird. I could do like 1 on that block and then 1, but then I could also just skip all of them, because either way it's like, if I build this right here, either way there's gonna be like sort of an awkward gap. But I think what I might do is there and there, and then I could also do there, and it'll kind of make the whole thing a little bit more logical. or like sort of self-consistent. Not that I'm really striving for logic here. Oh, wait. This is actually kind of... I could use like gray blocks specifically for this to... I don't know. I think it'll look cool. So I'm just going to trust that it will. And if it won't, I don't even know if I'll care. I don't even think I'll care that much. And then also one thing that I don't know whether I should do this, but there's not really that much sound happening in this game. So maybe, probably not for this one, maybe in the future. I mean, I really doubt anybody is listening to this at, if this video is playing on, anybody's phone or computer, they're asleep right now. So, I can't really make a request for feedback at this point, because sleeping people don't give feedback. But anyways, I was thinking about adding, probably not to this one, but adding ambient music to the background, because I don't know, one of my favorite ASMRists does do that too. I think her videos, they're more scripted, and she kind of just talks about things that she's thinking about. Alex R ASMR. And before watching her content, I didn't really like music and ASMR videos. I guess because maybe to some degree it feels like, I don't know if I can come up with the right description of how, but I don't know, it kind of feels like, I don't know, definitely for like, if you're just listening to like sounds videos, or maybe even, I don't know, yeah, just I feel for most ASMR, the music gets in the way of the sounds, and it's also definitely like, I don't know, it is just sort of more stimulation, which I guess isn't, maybe for me, not the best when I'm trying to go to sleep. But then there's also, like, I don't know, I mostly just like to listen to the sounds. But then when you're listening to somebody who's just sort of, talking about stuff, there's not really that much to fill the air. Like, this video is mostly, the audio component is I'm talking, and you can hear my keyboard and mouse sounds. And that's pretty much all it is. And so, I don't know, I hope you like keyboard and mouse sounds. There's no sprint. And I could do like more triggery stuff, like run my keyboard, but it kind of feels contrary to the point. So I feel like background music wouldn't be that. I feel like maybe it'd be a good choice. But then also, I make music, and I don't really make ambient music. It's not something I'm super into, and I guess not even ambient music, because I've like met somebody who makes ambient music, and their philosophy surrounding ambient music is like not it, it's not background music. It's about like listening to like this sort of detail, because there's different there's different layers of sound. Like you have the, they'd use like guitars and, organs or pianos and whatever, and that would be like the first and foremost layer. But then they'd be crafting like all these weird sounds. Not necessarily weird, but the way they would go about making the sounds would be like very like particular and experimental. And I won't say that necessarily that's like what makes the like further back layers. Like they probably use a little bit of that like at the same volume as the guitar and piano or whatever. But then you know there would be all these sounds that are so much deeper, deeper embedded in the song that sort of add to the texture of the song without necessarily being like, I don't know, those sort of sounds, if you're listening to this music, sort of demand a deeper attention from the listener to sort of be appreciated or like understand what they're actually doing to the music. And you know, that wouldn't be the type of music that I would put in here. And also, like if I'm, you know, I think that, I don't know, I really appreciated, you know, what they did with, you know, that particular person. But yeah, you know, ambient musicians in general, that sort of philosophy and approach, because it is very much like, well, first of all, they're interested in doing like exactly what they want to do. Like they enjoy listening to, you know, those types of ambient musicians. They enjoy listening to, and you know, I'm generalizing and or making stuff up, but they enjoy listening to things and then like picking them apart, focusing on small details. So they're not like really interested in you know, appealing to other people's like sensibility. They're making the music that they want to listen to. Oh, I'm tangenting so hard right now. What was I saying? But, you know, I guess I appreciate their approach to music and what they do, but that isn't the kind of music that I want to make. And also, it's not the kind of music that would be, I feel like, necessarily suited to this video. Like, if I were to make ambient music, and I think it would be fun, you know, as like a companion to this, is I could make like something and sort of do like, I don't know, just sort of do something a little bit freeform, but kind of approach it with sort of, you know, some ideas. And then I could record a few instruments and sort of just kind of feel out a song or whatever. And then, you know, I could make like a 8 or 9 minute song that's sort of like, you know, the music ideas are sort of conceptually like there, and I sort of stick to those and, you know, build upon that with a little bit of improvisation, and then kind of let that be, you know, looped over the video. Just to fill the extra sort of background noise. I think that could be fun. Because, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really gonna like stop, you know, what I'm doing to do triggers for this series. Like, I want to be playing the game. You know, that's the point. So I wonder if I can change, like, I wonder what this, you know, hand texture is and if I can change it. I mean, I guess there has to be a way, but I don't know if that's like mind test or if that's void. But then maybe like, I don't know, maybe some people just like the keyboard triggers and the voice and the boring gameplay. I think that's one thing that's really interesting about ASMR, is that there's like all these nets for like what people want to listen to. And this weird shard thing up there. It's interesting. There's all these nets that, you know, people fall into in terms of like what ASMR they want to listen to. And obviously people listen to multiple different types of ASMR and might want to listen to a specific kind of ASMR in one moment and then listen to a different one. You know, different moods for different types of ASMR. But you know, if you do one particular thing, like there's people who won't listen to ASMR that has music in it. And like I guess I'm sort of one of those people, not exclusively, but you know, I'm definitely like overwhelmingly for most ASMR videos, I prefer that there's no music unless it's like something very specific, like Alex R's ASMR, where she's doing something that like kind of makes a lot more sense to have music. Or like some people like to hear people talking, but they don't like mouth sounds. Or some people like mouth sounds. You know, like, I don't know. There's a certain type of person who will just not watch a video that has mouth sounds in it because it, like, they find the mouth sounds gross. And I don't know. I think they're fine. It's definitely not something I seek out. Like, I'm not gonna watch a mouth sounds video. But if somebody makes mouth sounds in a video where they're also just talking about stuff, it's like, whatever. That's, I don't know, it definitely doesn't bother me. But yeah, I mean, it's like if I put music in this, then suddenly now there's people who might not watch it. But then putting music in it might kind of have the potential to make it, oh, the sun's on the other side of the mountain. I won't get to watch the sunrise. Yeah, then there's people who won't want, but then maybe putting music in these videos, you know, just has the potential to elevate them a little bit more than they otherwise would be. I feel like I could probably bring this around more. But then, you know, they're like, you know, still only going to be like elevated subjectively. So maybe I will be like, yes, this is better with the music. But then also that just like, you know, is going to exclude more people from listening, or exclude certain people from listening to it. But maybe as a combination of like, you know, rambling and mouse and keyboard sounds, and, you know, maybe like adding block breaking sounds to the game, because I think that's something I want to do. I think I maybe should have made this, made this flatter because then I think it'd be cool if I got this staircase thing to over here, and then started to like burrow into the mountain. But as it stands right now, I mean, there's like a lot more, like I can't just build up. So like I could just go flash straight across, but I think that'll be less dynamic. So, I mean, it's already been an hour, so I don't think I'm going to record too much longer. I probably could, though. I expected to maybe record for 30 minutes and kind of have to stretch for things to say / talk about and do. But this has been a lot of fun. Anyways, yeah. So I think in the next video, I'll probably take this out. I think I like this. I like everything up into here. But I think maybe after that, I could build up a little bit and then kind of stop rising the platform. There's going to be like another 4x4 over there probably, and then it'll change direction. And then over here, go up a bit more, build around here, go up a bit more, end up like right over, there-ish. We could do like a little bit of a, burrow into the mountain. I mean, that's what I've been talking about. We burrow into the mountain a little bit and have like some rooms over here and some rooms over here. And that'll be like this will be the first building. And maybe I'll start by like finishing this out, and we could do like skylighting. And I think that'll be cool. I think, I don't know, depending on how long I do this, I might add more stuff to the game to do lighting things. But I think maybe let the limitations exist for a bit before I start to do that stuff, before I start changing it up. Yeah, so that's the video, I think. If you're watching this still somehow, should I add music? What do you think about modifying the game more at the later point? I think specifically just to add light sources. What do you think? Block sounds, do I add them? I think I probably will, because especially if I'm like just mining, like this is gonna be like, if I'm just doing this and not talking, I'm pressing the W, there's not that much going on. And I don't know, like I like the block sounds in Minecraft. I like the picking stuff up sounds, even though that like you automatically pick stuff up. Maybe that's a setting I can change, and I think that might be cool. But yeah, should I add music? Should I add block sounds? Should I modify the game eventually? Let me know, imaginary person who doesn't exist, because nobody has watched this for an entire hour. Surely. But yeah, I'm going to end this here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And goodbye.